Good afternoon, Floss Tube. It's Julie with Reflections Framing and Stitching. Today is Thursday. It is the 3rd of September, and this is Chart of the Day video number 68. 68? No, 78. Knew it was wrong when I said it. Number 78. Yesterday was 77, which would make today 78. So, welcome. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. No complaints anyway. The sun is shining and it's not horrific weather out there, so it's all good. I hope you're having a good day too. Let me see. Do I have anything interesting to tell you about? I don't think so. So I'm just going to jump right into yesterday's question of the day, which had to do with, sorry, someone was just staring at me as I'm talking. Makes me a little uncomfortable. Kind of like standing up in front of a classroom and talking. That just doesn't happen in my world. I took F's in high school rather than do that. So, question of the day yesterday was, would you rather ride a bike, a horse, or drive a car? I think overwhelmingly the response was car. There's a lot of you that really enjoy driving in your car. For me it's a thing. It's you get from point A to point B. I can't say that I actually enjoy the ride though. It's a way to get from point A to point B. If I could, what do they call it in Harry Potter? Disapparate? Apparate? Anyway, if I was Genie from my dream of Genie and could just, boom, 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 and be wherever I wanted to be, that's how I would choose to travel. Otherwise, no. It's just a means to an end. So, but thank you for your responses. I appreciate them greatly. Today's chart of the day is from Liz Matthews. It's not brand new. It's called a Pennsylvania bird. I do kind of like my bird charts. Isn't she cute? He cute? I think it's a he. Let me see, what can I tell you about this chart? I don't know because I can't find there it is. Never mind, I found it. The price is $12. The stitch count is 90 by 122, so it's not very big. Calls for DMC and only DMC, which is good. Makes it very reasonable for pricing. It also calls for 36 count linen from Weeks Dye Works, which I do not have, so I have chosen some other colors for you. The actual, hang on just a minute, yeah, that'll work. There's your colors of DMC. So, quite pretty. I love this color palette. Love that color palette. Golds, the blue-green, the kind of rusty reds. Love that color palette. It's kind of my family room, I would say. So let's start this out with 36 count smoke blue. It's this white art fabric, and I think that would be really pretty. Way different from the picture, but I still think it would be very nice. Very, very nicely done. If you want something closer to the picture, I've got Bramble from 36 count Bramble from Picture This Plus. And the colors all look, this is distracting. Let's see if we can, no, we're not going to be able to So we're going to turn it sideways. That won't be as distracting. There you go. So I think bramble would look good. Gives it a cooler look rather than the warm tones. I think I tend to be a little more warm in my choices. Next up we have, what do we have? What do we have? I've lost it. No, that says bramble. This is Winter Brew, 36 count Winter Brew. Which just is a nice neutral golden brown. Colors all look good on there. And then I have a 16 count Ada in Velt from Picture This Plus. And it's a very golden color with green in it. But I think that would be pretty too. Most of the gold is in the bird, and I think it'll look fine on there, even in spite of the fact that this is pretty gold. So that is your chart of the day today. Question for today is, and let me get my little note here so I word it correctly. So what is the most interesting thing you see out your kitchen or office window? I have the tattoo parlor next door and the vet on the other side, so I see quite a bit of interesting things out my window here. Out my kitchen window at home, about the only interesting thing I see is the naked people running around in their kitchen, because my window looks right into their kitchen window. And I think they kind of live clothing optional half the time, because we see things we don't really want to see. So I would say I see interesting things out my shop window here because of the tattoo parlor. I see interesting hair colors. I see interesting tattoos. Lots of interesting bikes, like motorcycle bikes. Lots of interesting cars. Yesterday there was a car that had the solar system painted on it, which I thought was kind of cool. Usually there's some sort of a muscle car that the back end, like literally the bumper is sitting on the ground almost, and to get over the speed bump out here, it must be on hydraulics or something, because he comes up to the speed bump and then the back end of the car lifts up somehow and go over the speed bump. So it must be some sort of a hydraulic system that raises and lowers it. Personally, I think it looks stupid, but that's just me. It's a pretty purple color though. I also see interesting dogs. Lots of interesting dogs. Today I got to see Melanie's dog because Millie had an appointment. And you know, she's more like a cow. And has terrible manners. So I would say the most interesting thing I've seen recently was the car with the solar system painted on it. So what do you see when you look out yours? Aside from that, I don't have a whole lot else. I'm almost ready to tell you about my October thing. Holiday weekend is coming up. Dan and I don't have any plans. We need to do some cleanup outside before winter comes, so we'll probably do that. Cut down some of the irises and the lilies and stuff. Cut them back. So we might do that, although it's supposed to be really, really hot this weekend. And while I don't mind the heat, I don't want to work in the yard while I'm out in the heat. So maybe not this weekend. We'll put that off. So yeah, I think that's all I have. When you don't go anywhere and you don't really see anybody, you really don't have anything interesting to talk about. I'll have to make something up next time. Anyway, I hope you're getting some stitching done. I worked on Fire and Ice again last night. I still plan to start a sampler. Maybe it'll be tonight, I don't know. I kind of feel like on Fire and Ice I need to work on it while the interest is there, because I started that years ago. So I might want to strike while the iron's hot on that one and keep going until I can't stand to look at it anymore. But I don't know. So I'm going to let you go. Have a great evening. Get some stitching done, and I will try and see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.